What is up, YouTube? Welcome to PanFro Games, and in today's video, we're going over some brand new leaks for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, and today's leaks are quite juicy because we're talking about the brand new Pseudo Legendary Pokemon. We got even more Paradox forms coming, and some other great information as well. And of course, guys, if you like these types of videos, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate it. We have some massive leaks today, and they've all came from Kaka. And if you don't know who he is the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet playtester right now. So he's actually playing the game, and he definitely knows what he's talking about. So he's confirmed that Sudowoodo, Teddiursa, and Ditto are in the game. So Ditto was always a lock to me because how are we going to breed for eggs? Even if we don't have a daycare, there is still going to be some sort of breeding method. So Ditto is an automatic lock from that. Teddiursa, I'm glad to hear, is back in because this means we're going to get Ursaluna, and I'm very excited to use Ursaluna in competitive play. And we'll have to see what Sudowoodo actually gets in this game. Maybe nothing at all, but those both were confirmed, actually, Sudowoodo and Teddiursa from Riddler Coup, so we already knew that information. However, we didn't know that Absol was not coming to the game, which is very sad because Absol is such a cool Pokemon, a big fan favorite, but hey, no Absol. I'm sorry for you Absol fans. Hopefully a new Dark type can fill that hole in your heart. And now we're getting some clarification on the brand new dog lines, right? So we already knew there was 3 dogs. They all evolve once, and we know Fido is officially confirmed to be the fairy dog. And there is a dark dog and a ghost dog. So we didn't know about the dark dog. We just knew there was 3 dogs. One was fairy, one was ghost, and the ghost is going to be the ace Pokemon of the ghost type gym leader. And now the last one is dark. So I wonder if they're all going to be related in any way. Maybe they're going to have a story together or something like that. That's overall really cool though. And I like the 3 typings we're getting for these dogs. Now for the major news. The Pseudo Legendary Pokemon is apparently Dragon and Ice. And Pseudo Legendary Pokemon, if you don't know what that is, those are Pokemon that have a base stat total of 600. Essentially, they have the stat total of a legendary Pokemon, but they aren't actually legendaries themselves. And we've always gotten at least 1 Pseudo Legendary Pokemon in each game. There has been a gen where we've actually gotten 2 before, which was Gen 3, but usually it's just 1. And to go over the history of Pseudo Legendary Pokemon real quick, we can see in only Generation 2 and Generation 3 with Tyranitar and Metagross that these are the only non-Dragon type Pseudo Legendaries. Every other gen, we have gotten a Dragon type Pseudo Legendary, and even in Legends Arceus, we got a brand new Pseudo Legendary because Goodra got a brand new form. So we are getting another Dragon type Pseudo Legendary that is Ice and Dragon. And the only good thing about this to me is all of these have unique typing. The only double up is Dragonite and Salamence, and at the very least, Salamence did come with Metagross in Gen 3, so that is okay to me. And all these Pokemon do have 2 evolutions into their final form, right? So at least we're having that going on. And I think Dragon and Ice is actually a really strong typing offensively. Defensively, not so much. But if we look at the typing here, we can just take Kyurem as an example because it also is a Dragon and Ice type. You can see that we have 5 weaknesses to Fighting, Rock, Steel, Dragon, and Fairy. No 4 times weakness, which is pretty good. No immunities, which is sort of lame. But we do resist Water, Grass, and Electric, which are all really strong resistances overall. And we're normally damaged by everything else. But super effectively, we're hitting a lot of things. There's not a lot of things that can actually resist both Dragon and Ice type stab, which is going to make us an absolute offensive monster. So yeah, we're going to have to worry about Mach Punch and Bullet Punch. So like whatever priority monsters are going to be in OU, that's going to be a big problem for us. But overall, I think this Pokemon's going to be great, and with 600 base stat total, I think there's a lot going on for a Dragon and Ice type. The big question is, what is this Pokemon's ability going to be? If it's something like multi-scale, that could be really good for it, or anything that could remove a weakness from it. If it could somehow remove its Fighting, or even its Fairy weakness, that would be so phenomenal, and they could make a brand new ability for it because it is a Pseudo Legendary Pokemon, and Pseudo Legendaries can get that type of treatment. So there's a lot to look forward to with this brand new Pokemon. Let me know in the comment section below how excited you are for the brand new Pseudo Legendary Pokemon, but my hype is at a 10 out of 10 right now. I cannot wait to see, and it's probably going to make it onto my team no matter what because Ice and Dragon just sounds really cool, not to make a pun there. Not only are we getting a new Pseudo Legendary, but we are getting a bunch of other new Pokemon, and there is a new Electric Bird Pokemon, our first time hearing about it, and that's really exciting because flying and electric is phenomenal typing, actually. Defensive wise is really crazy. It is Zapdos typing, and if it has a good move pool, then this thing could be an absolute beast in competitive play. So I am excited about that. There is a new spider Pokemon, which we heard in previous leaks, but apparently it is pure bug type, which I think is actually really disappointing because bug is a really poor defensive and offensive typing. It's actually in reality the worst typing in Pokemon. But the cool thing about bug type is when you combine it with something like a bug steel, then you make it really, really good, like Scizor and Genesect. So it's sort of really disappointing to see this. I was really hoping for anything else than just pure bug, but you know, hey, that's how it rolls, and maybe we'll have a good ability and maybe some good stats. There's no skirts for trainers, and the reason for this is because there is a 3D modeling issue, because we know that the trainers are going to be riding onto the legendary Pokemon, so modeling the skirt while riding onto the Pokemon is an issue. Going to be like flapping in the wind because the Pokemon's running. I get that. It's just something easier they don't have to code and waste time on, so I get that. I know people's disappointed, but it is what it is, right? And there's also a brand new sushi Pokemon that looks like a fish and it's a dragon type. So obviously, what does that mean? Well, that's based on a dragon roll. You don't know what a dragon roll is? The type of sushi roll right here, which is pretty delicious if you've never had a dragon roll before. I think that's really awesome. Pure dragon, probably going to evolve at least once. I'm a big fan of this. I think that's gonna be really fun. Maybe we'll have an ability that boosts water moves or something like that. If it is based on a fish, maybe it could be more kite-like. We're gonna have to wait and see, but hey, that's cool. I'm a big fan of pure dragon types and dragon types that aren't necessarily pseudo legendaries or anything that is like super hyped up or super late game either. The hidden abilities of the starters are not new. So I think this is really interesting. So my predictions on the starter types for their hidden abilities is, we're going to look at Quaxly's final evolution. We know that is a water and fighting type. And we know it's based on a dancer. I'm going to guess the ability dancer. I think it'd be super simple. This is not a great ability at all. The ability says when another Pokemon uses a dance move, it can use a dance move following it regardless of its speed. That could be good in VGC, but I think overall, depending on like what this Pokemon's stats are actually going to be and what its goals are in combat, I don't think this is going to be really good, but we never know. There could be a combo in VGC that could be really good for you. Fuecoco, I'm going to guess, is going to have the ability Gluttony for its hidden ability, just because all we know is that this Pokemon is fat and lazy and loves to eat, so Gluttony sounds like a perfect ability for it. And Gluttony makes the Pokemon eat a berry with an HP drops to half or less, which is sooner than usual. So essentially, like, you'll be popping a citrus berry instead of 25%, you'll be eating it at like 50%, right? That can be really good for competitive play, but overall, if it can't get the berry back easily, then I can't see it really having any viability. So I think Fuecoco is going to be sort of a bust. It's going to be sort of a bust as a Pokemon overall. And then we do know that Spigorito's final form is going to have an OP busted ability. And the only most OP busted ability I can think of that other starters have gotten is Protean. Greninja has his ability. And then Cinderace essentially has the same ability. Just renamed it to Librio. But yeah, if it gets Protean, essentially, it gets to change its type based on the move that it uses. And if this cat is fast and it can actually change its type from grass and dark, then it's going to be a monster. Because grass dark is a terrible defensive typing, okay offensive typing. But if you can just change your type, then it doesn't matter what your type is. You're going to be good to go, and you're not weak to Stealth Rock. So that's awesome already. So yeah, if this is going to be like a Protean-based ability, then yep, Spigorito is going to absolutely be the best of the three. And the leaks keep on coming, and these are pretty crazy. But there is a past Paradox Pokemon based on Suicune, and there's a future Paradox Pokemon based on Virizion, but it looks like both of them were removed from the game data and are being saved for DLC. So I do have a question. I'm not sure how Kaká knows this because he is a playtester, but it could be an unfinished build of the game that still has a lot of leftover code. So maybe he's data mining it or something, or maybe their sprites are in the game, or maybe they're mentioned in some way, shape, or form. We just don't know, but I want to believe that this is true because these are two very specific things, and they are both trios, so it does work. And if this is true, I'm going to be picking up Pokemon Scarlet because past Paradox versions of Suicune and potentially Raikou and Entei gets me so hyped. And it actually fits in with their Pokemon lore. If you're unfamiliar with the Beast Trio lore, essentially, when the tower burned down, the Pokemon were already in there, but they weren't Suicune, Entei, and Raikou yet. They were a mystery Pokemon. All three of them were a mystery Pokemon. Some people have said they were the Eevee evolutions. However, but there was no official confirmation on it. We just know when Ho-Oh came back, he revived the three Pokemon and then made them into these three brand new Pokemon, Suicune, Entei, and Raikou. So what were they previously before? Were they just as strong as legendary Pokemon? Maybe they were, but I think this is going to answer our question, which is really sick. And I'm a big Gen 2 guy, so I think that's going to be awesome overall. And I really do hope Entei and Raikou get some love as well. Lastly, the new convergent species is based on Tentacruel and Tentacool, and it's a mushroom. So it goes to the land, right? And Riddler-Coup did say that was either going to be Lapras, Krabby, Seal, or Tentacool, and I was hoping it was going to be Tentacool out of those four, and it ended up being Tentacool. It is a mushroom, which I can actually sort of see it being a mushroom. I mean, when you look at Tentacool and Tentacruel, yes, they're obviously jellyfish, but you can sort of get the vibe of a mushroom coming off of their heads. Like, you know, like their big red spots. If you just make it like more out there and like, you know, more flat, less jelly-like, I can see this becoming more of a mushroom. We obviously don't know what the type is, but we can make a guess. I mean, if it's on the land, maybe it's going to be a poison ground mushroom. Maybe it's going to be a poison grass mushroom. Maybe the poison typing is completely gone, and maybe it's like a grass ground mushroom. We don't know for sure, but I think there's a lot of predictions that we can make with the Tentacool and Tentacruel line here. And they are convergent species, so they're not actually Tentacool or Tentacruel. They are not new forms. They are just a completely brand new Pokemon that look very similar to Tentacool and Tentacruel, but they don't have the name in the Pokemon name or anything like that. They just look very similar. And also, it seems like only Gen 1 Pokemon are getting this new convergent species or regional fake treatment. So I wonder what else we're going to get. We know that Diglett is getting one, and now Tentacool. I really wonder what other Pokemon are going to get some. There is a lot of Gen 1 Pokemon they can pick from, and we only know about 2, so I expect we're going to at least get 2 or 3 more. Well, guys, let me know in the comment section below what other Pokemon you hope gets a convergent species from Gen 1, and also let me know what your thoughts on the new Pseudo Legendary Pokemon as being an Ice Dragon. If you like this video, guys, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out, and have a great one.